Alright, so what we just did is we added the DVD Ordinary People to our reading list, but if you look at the uh, items, you'll notice that on the list of items page there is no barcode listed. And so if you try to check this out to a patron at this point, what's going to happen is that you'll get a message that this item is not in the collection. It'll say item not found, you may use the create item link. So what you'll need to do first in order to get this to be able to be checked out is we're going to open up our reading list and go into this DVD right here. We're going to click the menu and select items, and from the list of items page we're going to click the menu and select edit, and you need to scan the barcode in the physical item editor page right here, and you'll get a message that says that the record has been successfully updated. And now when you go to try to check it out to a patron, it'll circulate. Okay, and so it's circulating for the 4 hours, which you can see right here. So basically that's all to it. That's all there is to it. In this particular case, this video had a brief record had already been created, and we had unsuppressed it and put it back in the collection. Oh, actually, I see. It says, and you'll notice that it says physical right here. This is green, and this one isn't. So let's check one more thing. Oh, because it's on loan, excuse me. So I'm going to just delete the loan. And this is our test patron, so I'm not going to return it. I'm going to actually delete the loan, so that way it's not counted against our circulation stats. Okay, so now, excuse me. Now you see that it has the green dot, and it says 1 of 1 available right here. And if you click on item, it'll also say item in place as the status. So let's say that instead of having to unsuppress an item, the instructor had brought in another DVD that they wanted added to the reading list, and just for grins we'll do Shrek, and you see that we don't own a copy of Shrek. So what you would do there is you could go back to your reading list, and under add citation, you're going to do add non-repository citation, and it's going to give you the option to do either a book or an article. Oops, I'm sorry. We're going to go back. We're going to do under the course, we're going to do add citation, add brief, and it gives you the option to do physical book or physical article. So we're just going to leave it on physical book right now. And you want to make sure that the placement of the new record is in the institution instead of the network. And down here, you're going to make sure that you select Hightower Reserve Area. And the material type is going to be a DVD. That's the material type, if I can find it. Wow, I just can't find DVD on there, so we'll just do video. The item policy is going to be the 4-hour student reserve. And there's the DVD for this material type. I'm not really sure why the material type up here has different parameters than the material type on the bottom. But be that as it may, we're going to enter the title. We can put in the instructor's name, and then we can enter the barcode. Okay, and you see that that just added Shrek, and under the menu you can select items, and you'll see that the barcode is listed here and the location is reserve area at CircDesk. And at this point we can just test it out and make sure that it's going out for the right time period. And right now it's 6:13, and this is going out for 4 hours. It's going to be due back when we close. It's a little bit before the 4 hours, but that's because we're closing at 10. You can check the policies and just make sure it's got the right terms of use, and it does. So this is going out for 4 hours. And one thing you might want to do is go back to the record, and on the record view page click on Edit, and you probably will want to move the local note to 590. So if you highlight this field here, you can change that to 590 and then click File, Save and Release Record. And you'll notice on the record view page it changes it from a 500 note field to a 590 local note field right here. So that's your brief record. And that should be all there is to it. Oh, and I see that I did the same thing I did before. I notice I don't have the green dot because I had tested it and I didn't check it back in. So we're going to go back to Manage Patron and open up Tweety, and we're just going to make sure that we delete this loan. And that it says 1 of 1 available, and it says item in place on the list of items screen. And so when you're ready to remove this from the reading list for the course, you can go to your reading list page and you can remove the video by selecting it and clicking on Remove, and that'll remove it from the course reading list. So now that citation's been removed. You'll also want to, if you're not going to use this item in the future, well, if you were going to use this item in the future, then what you would want to do is go ahead and suppress it. And that suppressed the bib record. And we can open up our holdings and click Edit, and then click Tools and set Management Tag Suppress from Discovery, and we want to save and release the record. So it removes it from our Mark 21 Holdings folder, and we also want it to be removed from this folder as well. You can actually click on the folder and select Release All Holdings, or I'm sorry, Release All Records, and that'll also release everything that's in your folder. So now I have a icon that shows me that the bib record is suppressed and an icon that shows me that the holding record is suppressed. So next year, if the instructor wants to put this back on reserve, then you would unsuppress this record and put it back on reserve, just like we did with the Ordinary People DVD. In this particular case, though, I want to actually delete this from the catalog completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the item on the list of items page and click Actions, Withdraw Items. You'll get a pop-up that says, are you sure you want to withdraw the item? You want to click on Confirm, and then select the Delete Bibliographic Record option, and that'll completely delete it from Alma. If you go back and you try to scan in the barcode, you're going to not pull anything up. You'll just have this message here that says no records were found. And it's not, and we had just removed it from the reading list before we did that. So the first thing you want to do is go to your reading list and remove it, and then withdraw it if that's what you're going to do.